Some celebrity interviews are funny because the host tells a great joke. Others are funny because the guest says something completely unexpected. And then there are those moments when everyone on set suddenly realizes, we might have gone a little too far. From a dress that simply refused to cooperate, to Sebastian Stan shooting his shot with Sharon Stone, to Evangeline Lilly turning a completely innocent question into one of Craig Ferguson's most awkward interviews. These are 3 celebrity moments that prove one thing: you really can't predict live television. Let's get into it. Stephen Colbert is usually one of the calmest people in late-night television, but even he wasn't completely prepared for what happened during an interview with model Sarah McDaniel. The interview started normally. Colbert was talking with Sarah, and eventually the two began working on a selfie together. Nothing unusual there, except Sarah was wearing a dress that apparently had absolutely no interest in staying where it was supposed to. Throughout the interview, she kept having to adjust it. And Colbert, being the gentleman that he is, was clearly trying very hard to figure out what he was supposed to do. You could practically see the thought process on his face. Do I keep talking? Do I look away? Do I call someone? Do I just pretend none of this is happening? Eventually, Colbert decided the best solution was to help cover the situation. And that's where the moment became unintentionally hilarious.
Do this one? All right.
This is the side, actually.
All right, let's go. Make sure.
Because instead of turning the situation into something embarrassing, he handled it with awkward politeness and humor. And honestly, that's probably the best way to handle something like this. Because wardrobe malfunctions happen. The embarrassing part isn't always the accident. It's how everyone reacts afterward. And Colbert's reaction was basically the television equivalent of, "Everyone remain calm. I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing." That's what makes this clip memorable. Not the wardrobe problem itself, but the fact that Colbert stayed respectful while still finding a way to make the moment funny. And in an era where every awkward second gets clipped and turned into a viral headline, sometimes the best response is simply help the person out and move on. Now, this one is completely different. Because Sebastian Stan didn't have a wardrobe problem, he had a confidence problem. Or maybe he had exactly the opposite. During an appearance on James Corden's show, Sebastian Stan was sitting beside Sharon Stone. And apparently, Sebastian had been a fan of Sharon for a very long time. So when James Corden asked how someone might ask Sharon Stone out on a date in Romania, Sebastian decided to demonstrate. And let's just say, he didn't exactly play it safe. He delivered his pickup line in Romanian. The audience immediately started cheering. Sharon looked amused, and Sebastian looked like a man who had just decided, well, I'm already here, might as well commit. And honestly, respect. Most people would probably freeze if they had to flirt with Sharon Stone on live television. Sebastian basically treated it like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I feel like I've seen you all my life. And here you are in person, and you look so great.
Well, how would one ask Sharon Stone on a date in Romania?
Kind of like this, Ce faci?
Would you bite me in the neck?
Oh my God.
What just
The funny part is watching the confidence build. At first, it's a joke. Then Sharon plays along. Then Sebastian realizes, wait a minute, this might actually be working. And suddenly, the joke has become a real-life flirting competition. But there's also something refreshing about this moment. It wasn't some perfectly rehearsed Hollywood exchange. It felt spontaneous. 2 actors having fun, a host encouraging the chaos, and an audience watching it unfold. And Sharon clearly knew exactly what she was doing. She could have shut the whole thing down immediately. Instead, she played along and gave Sebastian the perfect opportunity to keep going.
Okay, you are pretty cute. I just want to...
So, if there's one lesson here, It's this. If you're ever going to flirt with Sharon Stone, bring confidence. And preferably, learn Romanian first. Now we get to Craig Ferguson. And if you've watched enough of Craig's interviews, you already know where this is going. Craig had a reputation for turning completely innocent conversations into wildly unpredictable exchanges. And during one interview with Evangeline Lilly, he started with a very normal question. He asked if she surfed. Evangeline said she did, although she described herself as someone who only attempted to surf. Then Craig asked another innocent question. Did she wear a special outfit for surfing? And Evangeline casually replied that she was actually wearing it underneath her dress. Now, Craig had a decision to make. He could have simply moved on. He could have said, "Interesting," and continued the interview. But this is Craig Ferguson we're talking about. Of course he asked if she wanted to show it, and suddenly, the interview went from a conversation about surfing to Craig realizing he may have accidentally walked straight into a trap. Evangeline continued teasing him, and Craig started trying to talk himself out of the situation.
The Hawaiian stuff, do you surf and...
I surf.
Yeah.
I attempt to surf.
Do you wear a little outfit for surfing?
I happen to be wearing it under my dress right now.
Really?
Yeah, do you want to see it?
Yeah.
You can almost watch the gears turning in his head. Okay, maybe this isn't such a good idea. Maybe we should stop. And then the funniest part, Evangeline essentially turned the tables on him. She called him out for taking the joke too far, which made the whole thing even funnier, because Craig had spent years being the person who made guests uncomfortable with unexpected questions. And now, for a few seconds, he was the one trying to escape the situation. That's what made their chemistry so entertaining. It wasn't just Craig being flirty. Evangeline knew exactly how to play along, and then knew exactly when to flip the joke back on him. And honestly, that's what makes a great talk show moment. The best interviews aren't always the ones where everyone follows the script. Sometimes the magic happens when the guest realizes, wait, I can mess with the host too. And that's the thing about celebrity interviews. You can prepare the questions. You can prepare the guests. You can prepare the cameras. But you can't prepare for chemistry. Sometimes a wardrobe malfunction throws everyone off. Sometimes a celebrity decides to shoot their shot on live television. And sometimes, the host gets caught in his own joke. Which of these three moments was your favorite? Stephen Colbert trying to handle an awkward situation with Sarah McDaniel, Sebastian Stan flirting with Sharon Stone, or Evangeline Lilly turning the tables on Craig Ferguson? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoy the funniest, weirdest, and most unexpected moments from Hollywood interviews, subscribe to Hollywood Unscripted. Because when celebrities stop following the script, that's when things get interesting.